Greetings. Greetings and more greetings. Shalom, peace, hotep, alafia, hello, whatever language, whatever translation you can receive it in. Peace and power to the family. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Once more, stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I hope everybody's feeling good for no reason at all, at what hour or whatever hour you find yourself in, regardless of the time zone. As for me, I'm feeling good for no reason at all, operating, radiating in the highest frequency of my truest and authentic self, the best version that I could be in this moment that you find me in with you right now. It feels good to be here. I am the enthusiasm of the light. I am the enthusiasm of the light. That's today's affirmation. I am the enthusiasm of the light. I am the enthusiasm of the light. I am the enthusiasm of the light. So it is. Because only you can do it. And if you ain't doing it, then you gave somebody else control of it. You acquiesce your control to something else or someone else. We're going to start off with the Diana Cooper Archangel Animal cards on the Oracle deck. Last week's message was Dove, spread messages of peace and harmony. Today we're going to have something else for the week. We're going to see what universal intelligence going to have us to focus on for the upcoming days of the week. You know, they just took one day and made 7, but you know, we have to go through these motions. For those who get it, we have to walk through these motions from Sunday to Saturday when they really just took one day and made 7. But we're going to do it, and we're going to do it feeling good for no reason at all, and with our head held high, you hear me? Because to peep into your own sacredness, you got to go within. I repeat, to peep into your own sacredness, you got to go within. And for us who make it a habit to go within and exercise being within, a lot of times we find out that light is most powerful in dark places, or light is most powerful during the darkest times. Message for today gonna come from the Llama. Set clear boundaries. Set clear boundaries. And after you set the boundary, you have to enforce it, because setting a clear boundary is only half the battle. So when we set clear boundaries, and one way to really start exercising setting clear boundaries is speaking your truth, speaking your internal truth. Because most times we don't speak the truth within us. We don't speak the inner truth externally to things external, to conditions external, to certain experience external, to certain episodes that we have through the external. And most times when we don't set our boundaries by speaking what we move to speak in those times that we are moved to speak and we don't speak, it lets the things that invade our boundaries keep building up, keep building up, and keep building up. And most times, if you're a human being and your boundaries have been invaded, whether consciously or unconsciously, most times when we're in those places and it has built up and built up and built up, we blow. We end up blowing to the smallest thing. To the smallest thing, and don't have no idea according to why we're blowing up in that time, according to that small thing that's probably going to have nothing to do, have no direct connection to what we're really blowing up about, because it's been the build up and we wasn't paying attention along the way. Set clear boundaries and enforce them firmly and respectfully. We're going to go in and see what the llama got to say. I ain't going to talk too much over the llama card, you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Ladybird. Y'all bear with me. Patience help eliminate frustration. Set clear boundaries and enforce them. Llama. Llamas originate from Lakume, the ascended aspect of Sirius, and they incarnated into South America, which is closely connected to Venus, the planet of love. They help to keep open the hearts of those around them by bathing them in Christ's light, Christ consciousness. Llamas are gentle, intelligent creatures. Llamas are gentle, intelligent creatures who offer their wool and their strength in service. They respond generously and loyally to fairness and love, but they know their own limits and set clear boundaries, refusing to be overburdened. They are sociable animals who love to be with other llamas, and this helps them maintain a fifth dimensional frequency. They bond with and protect any animal they are asked to look after. Like many heart healers, they are gentle, patient, and understanding with those who are in need or sick, raising their vibration and giving them healing. Ask me how I know. Guidance. This is a card of pure love. It suggests your heart is warm and open, so you may let others impose on your good nature or drain you. This is a card of pure love. It suggests that your heart is warm and open, so you may let others impose on your good nature or drain you. We're here to stop that. Decide what is acceptable for you, to you. Then it is important to set clear boundaries. As we are all energetically entwined, it may be enough for you to define these boundaries. As we are all energetically entwined, it may be enough for you to define these boundaries mentally. Most of what I teach is involved with mental applications. So if you ain't did a certain mental work or a certain inner work that can reflect back on your mental energies and your capacity to discern and intuit mental energies, then keep doing the work. It'll open up. As we are all energetically entwined. So this ain't for them anything in a divisive mentality. This ain't for you. As we are all energetically entwined, it may be enough for you to define these boundaries mentally. However, your guidance is to be prepared to enforce them tactfully, firmly, respectfully, if necessary. Then you will find it easy to follow your heart and be loyal, caring, and patient with your loved ones and those in need. We're going to talk about it. Remember to find time to see positive friends and do things that make you feel relaxed and happy. as this will give you energy and keep your frequency high. It will benefit you to tune into the cosmic heart for love and support. Llama. Thank the Llama for the day. I ain't gonna add to it no more than I already added to it. To peep into your own sacredness, you gotta go within. That's where the love at. And where you find love, you find light. And light is most powerful in the darkest places. So for those who took the information to make a change in their head and not in your heart, then it's probably not for you. You gotta go back. You gotta go back and do some work, because you can't skip those steps. More so for those who take spiritual applications to build their ego. And not the heart, we find ourselves suffering. We find ourselves going through things. Because what's within shows up. It shows up. What's within shows up. What's so-called above, or what I call the spiritual realms, right next door, right here with us right now, takes place in the unseen before it becomes seen. So why is this important? Because a lot of us who are now in paths of spirituality, as I just previously said, has to go back, because there's a lot of work to be done in the lower parts to even operate from this space, to have this space open and able to receive divine transmissions like we can, like we are capable. So for all those who took the information just to build up your ego for the outside world and not your heart, you're probably suffering through some type of physical ailment right now. It's old energy, family. It's old energy response conditions. Whatever we find ourselves going through right now is based off old energy response conditions. Somebody walk with me, because this is very important. If we gonna heal ourselves, man, we need to really know who we need to be trying to contact, because a lot of us going to the doctors and the doctors can't tell us what's wrong because it ain't got nothing to do with the external world. It got to do with spiritual things. It's old energy response conditions that we have carried, that we have carried, that we have carried, and that we have carried. And while we was carrying them, it was building up, it was building up, it was building up, and it was building up. From one interaction to the next, from one relationship to the next. Then by the time we think we're at the place where we don't seen all we supposed to see, did all we supposed to do, and trying to have what we trying to have, we still got work to go back and do, because things is popping up in us to show us something is wrong. Old energy response conditions. What that means is, based on what we going through, or what's showing us what's going on, is for what we still got to change, for what we haven't changed. Old energy response conditions means that we probably still responding the same way that we always responded to anything that came our way. Nothing has changed. All it takes is something to trigger for it to come out. I don't know who I'm talking to, I don't know who I'm talking from. It really don't matter. I'm gonna just speak this truth. Old energy response conditions. We carry emotional baggage so long. What that means is we carry emotional baggage so long that it actually becomes symptoms in our body. But who talking about this? Who talking about this? Who got some keys to show us how to reverse some of these things? And most times we ain't willing to hear it when somebody willing to tell us. Ask me how I know. But I'm transforming. I'm transmuting. You know, I'm not aging at the rate that I was 10 years ago or even 20 years ago. I'm healthy, inside and out. I feel good for no reason at all. Anybody who call themselves God should be able to do this. But the truth is, we can't. Who you know that's equipped to assist you to get past what you can't get past yourself? Because I know somebody. And if you don't know nobody, you better find somebody. It's real in the field. Vulnerability, family, because it has a lot to do with what I'm about to go into. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. I don't know who taught some of y'all, but vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Being able to have emotions, for one, express emotions, for two, and sharing where it matters, for three, is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. But a lot of us wasn't taught that. So we suppress. We hold in. We carry grudges, bitterness, hatefulness, spitefulness, envy, jealousy, all these toxic ass emotions that nobody taught us. By doing so was really killing us. But who talking about it? And all everybody talking about, or got to talk about, who talking about it? Rather it's in our personal circles or on the internet. Who talking about it? Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's a token of strength. I take pleasure in letting y'all know my name is Saul. If there's somebody that we need to forgive, and I ain't say you, I said we, because I'm not excluded from what I'm expressing. If there's somebody that we need to forgive, forgive them. Release them. It's not for them, it's for you. I don't know why the theme of forgiveness has been upon me the way it has, but when it comes to me, I gotta put it out there. But this is so important, family, because it's the worst. Maturity. For those who really want to mature, understand this. Not that anyone is immature, but you know your life better than I do. I hope. It's the worst experiences in our life that's usually the best experiences for our life. I'm going to say it again. For those who really growing, evolving, expanding, whatever title you want to put on yourself, just know it's the worst experiences in our life that's usually the best experiences for our life. A lot of people try to forget those times. Why? I don't know. But those are the times that I used as tools and reminders. So as I keep going forward and I keep growing forward, I'm able to see repeat patterns of certain things that I have already experienced. So I don't find myself in those same scenarios again. And anybody who been living long enough know that we don't get it right on the first time. We don't get it right sometimes on the second time. Remember we just talked about them third, them fourth, and them fifth times a few days ago. Sometimes that's how many times it take for us to get it right one time. However, those are the times that we learn, probably the most that we gonna learn at any point in given time. The dark times, the hard times. Those are the times that we learn the most, the times that mold us, the times that shape us into what and who we have become up until this very day. For me, this might sound crazy for those who ain't there yet, but that's okay, y'all will get there. For me, it's those times, it's the worst times that were the best times. It's those times that teach us how to keep moving through it all, to keep thriving, and to keep taking ownership and responsibility and accountability, so we can move more into becoming the masters over our life. These are the things that bring us into energetic and harmonic balance. You can't do it. You can't find it. You can't see it outside. You gotta do this work within. As within, then outward. Be reminded, family, those who sincere and genuinely rock with me, be reminded that we're here to make them look at themselves through our transformation. So don't get distracted. Don't fall off track, lose focus, and start moving backwards. We're here to make them look at themselves through our transformation. And don't be surprised if you catch them trying to cover their eyes. I'm going to say it again. Don't be surprised if you catch them trying to cover their eyes. If you catch them peeping. Because they is. We got to watch it. We got to watch it, family. Through the inner work that we do. We bring a light to the whole world. We here to make them look at themselves through our transformation. And that's important because it takes strength. It takes strength to stand. Not just to stand, but it takes strength to stand for something. And in standing for something, be able to stand in authority in something that you stand for. Not everybody able to do what I'm doing right now. You know? But it takes strength to take a stand and to stand in authority for what you believe in your life. It takes hard work and it takes consistent effort. I overcome adversity through vulnerability. What that means is I'm able to sit here and do things that, or express things that I would have never have imagined that I would be able to sit here and express things from the place that I express it from. But it feels good. It feels good for no reason at all. Overcome your adversities through vulnerability. Some of us holding back where we need to be letting go. Some of us letting go what we need to be holding back. Yin and yang. We gotta get on the right side of it. Balance and harmony. Light is most powerful during the darkest times. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Remain true and authentic to the highest frequency of your authentic self. Thanks for the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for the subscribes, any new subscribers. I thank y'all. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for shopping with me. Thanks for the donations. Thank you for being here present. You know, not present for me, but just present for yourself. To have this living experience and opportunity in the physical, in the flesh, to recognize yourself as soul and spirit. I love y'all, family. Side with God. Peace.